A program that provides essential protections for America's agricultural industry is also creating uncertainty for those who need help putting food on the table. Organizations devoted to fighting hunger say provisions that may be included in the 2018 Farm Bill could drastically worsen the problem of food insecurity in Oklahoma.
The Farm Bill has long been considered a vital safety net for America's farmers. Oklahoma Farm Bureau President Rod Moselle says the bill includes risk management tools that are critically important to Oklahoma's agricultural sector, especially as a prolonged slump in commodity prices and trade and tariff retaliation has put financial pressure on farmers.
From 2013 to 2017, farm income has dropped 50%. So the price of all the commodities is down so dramatically that many farmers are fighting to break even or are losing money on their crops right now.
A major part of the Farm Bill is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, a program formerly known as food stamps, which helps feed more than 40 million low-income Americans, including nearly 20 million children. Both the House and Senate have passed versions of the Farm Bill, which must be reauthorized every 5 years. But Moselle says there are major differences between the two versions, with some House members wanting to toughen work requirements for those receiving SNAP benefits.
They have concerns that a lot of people that maybe don't really need food stamps, like someone who's on like a rent support program in New York, even if they're making $100,000, this is an extreme example, but even if they're making well over $100,000, can be on food stamps because they're on some type of support program.
Katie Fitzgerald, CEO of the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma, called SNAP a vital key to addressing food insecurity in Oklahoma.
43 million Americans in this country participate in SNAP. And in Oklahoma last year, that was 850,000 Oklahomans. That's fully 1/5 of our entire state population participated in SNAP last year, and that includes several 100,000 children.
Fitzgerald notes that about 46% of SNAP households in Oklahoma have children under the age of 18.
62% of all public school children in our state participate in the free and reduced lunch program. So hunger is a real issue in our state and in our communities, and SNAP provides a critical source of support to help those families not just get through their strife, but really get ahead.
While the Senate version of the Farm Bill largely leaves SNAP requirements unchanged, the House version would require able-bodied adults to work a minimum of 20 hours a week or be enrolled in a work training program. Oklahoma Congressman Frank Lucas contends most Oklahomans would probably favor those requirements.
I think they're reasonable, and if you stand up in a town meeting in the 3rd District of Oklahoma and explain that we're going to make these requirements mandatory to get your food stamps, most of my constituents will look you back in the eye and say, that wasn't the law already?
But Fitzgerald says the House version also includes what she calls some very draconian provisions.
The House bill would say if you don't work 20 hours a week and you document that, you'll lose your SNAP benefits for a year. So 1 week you might work 18 hours instead of 20, and you and your family would lose your SNAP benefits for a year.
Chris Bernard with Hunger Free Oklahoma says that could have a devastating impact.
In Oklahoma, that will impact as many as 97,000 to 125,000 individuals. So that's the caregiver. That doesn't count their children or other dependents they may have.
And Bernard says that will inevitably lead to bad outcomes for families living on the edge.
You're going to see poverty get worse, you're going to see hunger get worse, and you're going to see the burden on our local food pantries, our food banks, and other charitable folks who respond to those needs to go through the roof.
Fitzgerald agrees, pointing out that for every meal provided by Oklahoma's food banks, SNAP provides, on average, about 12 meals.
There is just simply no way that the private charitable sector is going to be able to fill the gap if SNAP is eroded and if families lose their SNAP benefits, which we believe will happen by the millions if the House version of the bill passes.
While the House bill does include $7.3 billion over 10 years for the development of employment and training plans, Bernard says Oklahoma's share of that pot would only amount to about $30 per person.
That is not a program that's building skills and helping people find better paying jobs. That is showing up and sitting in front of a computer and doing a job search. That is not going to help people get out of this.
The 2018 Farm Bill is now in conference committee to reconcile differences between the two versions, and Lucas, a member of that committee, expects what's included in the House bill won't be in the final language.
But again, the bottom line is this. There's nothing wrong with the concept of enabling able-bodied people to improve their lives, whether it's through education opportunities or through the joys and wonders of a work opportunity.
The current Farm Bill expires September 30th, giving the committee just over 2 months to reach agreement on a new measure.